The abuses they were subjected to could not leave us indifferent. Tonight, the Bratu brothers are stepping onto a new path. A challenging one, but necessary. To learn to forgive, to forget, and to become the people they once were again. Watch the impressive disorder of the two, which wouldn't have been possible without your involvement. For this, we thank you. I warn you that what follows contains information with a strong emotional impact.
Do you have the feeling that those people are animals, not humans? I mean, did you never see any human side to them? Never? Not even after they ate and were full? Not even when they played music? There was no mercy from them? Never? Not even for a woman or a child?
No more pretense.
All? But what's with the big box?
Why? It is a question that will haunt us tonight as we reopen the painful case of the two brothers who became slaves in Berevoiești, Argeș.
Welcome to my channel.
I completely shaved my hair. I don't scratch.
The bullseye, and I enlarge it in my head.
I wasn't looking. I wasn't giving. Until fainting. I wasn't giving.
It's still bad here with the complexion. The gravel is a bit thicker. Everyone. Didn't they bring you the pants?
Tied me up like that in the oven.
I hit you.
Didn't anyone see them as a slave? Didn't anyone see those people in shackles there? Didn't anyone see that man beaten with a hammer on the head? Together, they had the constraints. He was tied to the track and needs to be rescued. But not with the lock.
Celebrate the most broken. I found myself on a redemption, and I want.
You can print and go. It has been 2 weeks since the Bratu brothers cleaned up to tell the whole world what they truly went through. Their agony wrung tears of pain from all of us. But it all would have been in vain if their story remained just told, not resolved. We find Kristen wandering in the yard, while Dan, the older brother, bears his physical suffering as best he can. He would do more, but the pain doesn't give him peace.
Father, we can't believe how he ended up like this. We can't believe it. What a boy he was. Handsome and well-dressed. Do you know how well-dressed he was? He was living as a truck driver in Pitești when he rented a room. He had a different life. Yes, he had a different life.
These are memories from other times when Dan and Christy had a normal life. They only remember this when they see the photos gathered in the family album. Smiles, laughter, which were taken and replaced with a cruel fate. The need for money after their grandmother's death turned them into slaves of the Roma at Berevoiești, where they endured hell on earth.
When he was there at Berevoiești, he didn't see them for a while, and Dan came. He came to get water and had his hands brought like this.
That's how his hands were, with the fingers drawn in. And he says, "What's up with you?" "Well, I went to work." That's all he would say. To go to work. to go so I can work. And he didn't give him anything to eat. He tied him up.
He tied you to the car. Why, dear Lord, did he tie you to the car?
Yes, this evening, we aim to restore a bit of the dignity that others have robbed from the brothers who became slaves. A bit of the humanity they missed out on. A bit of the goodness that did not exist in their lives. It is the first time the two have arrived in Bucharest. In life, we go to the doctor, as I told you. Before that, we need to leave you some clothes, okay? These are clothes you need to use, okay? I've left you everything you need to take a bath, to shave in the morning when we go to the doctor, okay? You put them here, okay? Arrange them for yourself. Right, this way you can freshen up in the morning. Take a shower tonight. Here is the shower, okay? The way is from here to the
So when you
left
do
here.
it, I won't hold back my laughter.
Good.
Right?
Here you have hay. Fresh early in the morning, you have the break. A doctor divided it, right? How do you find it here? First time at the hotel, right? I hope you sleep peacefully. We let them enjoy a quiet night. Tomorrow, a tough day awaits with the doctors. It's morning. A new morning, but somehow different for the Bratu brothers.
Take her to the hospital, okay?
The doctors at Elia Hospital are prepared to medically evaluate the two. They underwent hours and hours of investigations to ensure that the slave brothers are healthy. We prefer to offer them discretion throughout the consultation.
The boys have just finished the routine check. The news is quite good. Better than we hoped. Christian has a few fractures. Minor ones that resolved over time and present no issue. And Dan received a recommendation from the doctors, as we see here on paper, for recovery treatment in a specialized center. He needs to do some exercises for his motor skills to improve. Guys, the news is good.
But beyond the physical wounds, beyond the endured beatings, the chains worn, remains the suffering, the pain, which still hasn't left the Bratu brothers. The memories are painful, tormenting, because it's not easy to live side by side with monsters for so long. For this, we turn to one of the most renowned psychotherapists, Dr. Christian Andrei, who offered to help the two brothers so wounded in this big world.
That is
Good
not
job,
me to
guys.
say. I rely on you. I hope. So you still work now, right? Or what do you do to live? From what do you live? I no longer live Locutia, but not always. What? I no
Hello,
longer live Locutia, but not always. So you still live there? Did you live there before? Yes. Still
The
there.
boys are silent, but we could answer. Yes, the nightmare continued. After the release from the camp at Berevoiești, they had to learn what it means to be forgotten, abandoned in a little village far from the world.
For example, I'm interested to know if you still happen to dream.
Yes, forgive.
What is your current ability to solve this thing? What can be solved from what was?
I don't know what happened.
For example, a partial solution is to understand why. Did you ask me why it happened? Did you find an answer, Dan, as to why it happened? No, I mean it was just bad luck.
How else to explain the Naposing? The nights and days of torment. How to explain the lashings, the chain that weighed heavily on their wrists, the scars they still have on their bodies,
Do you
but
need
especially in their
people
souls.
around you, or would you rather be left alone? Who is around you now? Yes, alongside you, meaning people who understand you correctly.
I don't know. Watch out, the wheel.
Yes, and they remained friends just like before. They contact me, they expect you to contact them.
Stop searching.
Yes, girls, friends.
He had a brother. Let's take care of you.
Yes, of course.
Let someone take care of you.
I didn't see it. Do you still see her? It's quite hard to see them looking at you with pity. You'd want them to look with respect. I look with respect because she got away.
Speaking of style, I went with them to buy some clothes, and at the checkout, there were some guys ahead who didn't like their look, and they were looking with great disdain.
Because you cannot tell your own story. The story changes everything. And if I take a small white pebble from here and tell you that this pebble was in the hand of Mihai Eminescu when he first met Veronica Nicol, you might even pay money for it. The story makes everything, and that's why their story deserves to be known. By the fact that we are talking now, there is the possibility to gain respect because you are correctly understood. Do you understand me? Do you understand me, Dan? Yes? Great. Now observe your speech and movements. In my opinion, from what I see, there were some injuries that did not affect your thinking and movements. Some of the movements are the ones that produce speech, which I think is very precious to you, and you would like to have it better, right? Or how is it?
You gambled everything.
Do you also desire the whole body? If around them people could be selected who correctly understand what life means, what work means, what compassion means, what divinity means, if they had real people around them, as you usually find in Romanian villages, yes, they can find their place, and what happened can be transformed into an experience from which a multitude of other people can learn. Even if physically and psychologically there are wounds, very large, very extensive scars, it is precisely these scars that can earn the respect of others by having survived.
Their wounds are still open.
You review the scenes, become emotionally unstable, don't see the point because you should continue things in your life, values change, you yourself can start to be uncomfortable for others.
Dr. Cristian Andrei is also visibly affected by what he discovered. He searches again and again for the motivation behind why other people choose to become monsters.
Today we'll meet.
Well, I haven't encountered it, and I wouldn't want to see it again, especially since this story from beginning to end is full of difficulties. We cannot say it's bad luck. We can speak about people with intentions. Since these brothers were young, they have faced many hardships. And it seems that when a person is a victim, there is a risk of becoming a victim again. And a victim again. Of whom? Because in us, the other people, there is a tendency to identify the vulnerable, to make ourselves feel better, stronger. There is still a risk for them to be victims, because if people see them, some might laugh at them, others might keep reminding them of what happened. That's why I was somewhat hesitant to talk to them today, because I thought that they didn't need to start over with the story. This phenomenon is called revictimization, and it occurs everywhere in Romania. both in the lives of abused children and in the lives of women who have been raped.
Welcome, 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 welcome.
Well, it doesn't say what people want in this situation. They want it not to have happened,
Something great.
Goodbye.
right? If someone can solve this to make it not have happened, it would be perfect. I would really go and get myself a beer from there too.
Welcome.
I know, but do you know what I do sometimes? Sometimes I go
Got
to
it.
them and
Yes.
give free consultations to someone. I know they are poorer and that no one is taking care of them.
You, please, I have been the man.
I would go too to see what they are putting on their head.
Stay the same. There were some.
Are they gone?
Who? Man from Teo, and no. It wasn't some
The
people.
neighbor saw you and did nothing? Were they both Romanians and dazed Romanians? Yes. Romanians, only Romanians.
Oh well, Iasestaiu, you have to go several kilometers from the main road to reach Gamacești. This is the place where for years over 70 people were slaves in democracy. It happened that 1 or 2 families had 2 or 3 other souls working for them.
But what do you think? Do their kids, those 5-year-olds, smaller 10-year-olds, think the same?
Well, they will get beaten up the day after tomorrow.
And did they hit them? That's the worst part, that they also taught the others to do the same. Like a pack, right? Did they enjoy that? Yes. Do you think this will happen again from now on? After people see what they do and how they think? No. I have to go there. Yes. Goodbye.
Are you coming tomorrow?
To enter through the gate whenever you want and to leave whenever you want. Are afraid or don't know what purpose it has or what. Lord, today, because you're afraid of what you see there, not that it would happen again, that it might still happen.
Did you see yourself?
I didn't see it. People showed onion. I don't know. Have you never seen them?
No.
Well, I understand they should add you to life and should add you to social. Did you have it or not? Now, honestly, the month really not even.
Has it arrived yet? We had no place. We don't know what is here.
Well, I am waiting because it is a date of estrangement.
So they wouldn't mention what a mess it is. It's not going to be anything.
These are not on the vanillin, not on the old woman, not on the old woman, not on the old woman.
Do you feel that those people are animals, not humans? I mean, didn't you see any human side in them? Not once, not even after eating and being full, not even when they played music. Was there no mercy in them? Not once, not even for a woman or a child.
Forgot me.
All of them. That's how we reckon. We smell with pleasure. Let me say something. From what I have learned, this happens when you are so violent because you have been on the receiving end from others. Who will be the one to strike him down?
It didn't touch the heart.
Not even the police? Not even among themselves?
But where were you, ma'am, when people were being tortured? Weren't you around here?
Now, how do we know what each person is doing? But didn't you see them? I didn't see them, sir. I didn't see them. Really, I'd swear to God if I saw them. I didn't see them because we go to each other's yard, to each neighbor's yard to see what they're doing.
Well,
How
and when they carried them, goodness, with the strap with the horse in
Well,
front.
here it is. These were lies.
I can't talk about them until I go there to meet them. I won't go like that. Will it work for you because this thing doesn't just appear out of nowhere? Just because someone wants it one evening? It would only manifest that evening, but if it manifests every day, and there are more people who do it, that means there is an atmosphere, a culture of frustration, of violence. It is akin to the amusement of hanging a cat, beating a horse, humiliating a woman, mocking the community's values. This happens most often when a group of people consider themselves to be outside of society. But when you were at your parents' home, did you get spanked? You were not beaten badly?
That the old woman who raised us? No, we never felt that way. When you take someone and do not pay them, do not think you have escaped.
Well, she wasn't a slave, she was a serfer.
From today, tell yourself that there are no spies. I know there are others. And those who have been put by actions in chains of people.
Of course, there is hope. As I was saying, there is hope for gaining respect. I don't want to make martyrs out of them. I'm not the one called to do that. But they carry with them the message of the entire Romanian community and the entire Roma community about what can happen when there is no education.
After 24 hours, we are back at the Bratu brothers' home.
Two people are coming from Brasov to take you there for treatment, physiotherapy, psychological therapy. The gentlemen from Brasov want to help you like this. For a long time from now on, he even offered to secure you a home there if you would like to stay longer, however you want. Initially, you are going there for treatment for this, but that gentleman was very impressed by your case. And they would somehow like to come with sustained and permanent support for you, if you agree, if you are going to adapt and so on.
The boys look with pain towards their parental home, but with hope towards the future. A big-hearted family from Brasov has offered to support us from now on, to be the family they haven't had for a long time.
The boys are now going to a recovery center in Brasov, where I hope they will have everything they need at the moment. They are awaited by the gentlemen who have offered to help them in this regard. They do not want to appear. They do not want to make their identity known. It is a human gesture, a gesture from the heart, a gesture for their soul. We hope they will return healthy and be different people.
And off they went, daring to glance sideways towards the courtyard where their painful story was written. It's as if they pray to God that this path they embark on will make them the people they once were, return their dreams, smiles, and replace tears with joy. After a few hours, we are already at the Maria Neurological Recovery Center in Brasov.
Thank you.
People sometimes take years to rebuild themselves, to become the person they once were, perhaps even more so. They no longer have a family. They no longer have anyone. What are you doing? Are you pushing me? No, no. What a small time. Isn't it something to cry about? Because it's not something to cry about. We have to hold on even in such a situation. So that's the chemicals. So it's really not possible. In Romania, after so many years of everything we've been through, it still goes there, so bad, right? To come as slaves another time. So it's really not possible.
Doesn't our government see what we're going through? Doesn't the president of the country see? What are we living for then, right? To receive the good. Really, no measure is taken. So we are at the beginning. It's not the beginning.
From warm people, they become sick people, right?
Well, you have to... Look, what happened to his hand? How it atrophied and all the muscles and the fingers got tangled. Well, look, you need
These
work.
ladies are crying. Crying because they are mothers. Crying for the torment the two brothers endured for so many months.
That I think that they also have children, and I can't know what tomorrow will offer. And they have grandchildren. We pass by on the street in Mirian. And then in what safety do you want us? To take normal people, to make some slaves and bring them into this situation? I really haven't seen.
Thank you for watching.
It's not possible. Thought about his hand. Is this the hand to hurt himself? To bring to hand? It really can't. The hand is completely stiffened. So he doesn't have the strength to even barely reach it. He can hardly close it. So it's not possible.
So, we are under a pressure. We turn from people into people.
And the new world in which the boys don't even seem to know how to perceive kindness. The case of the two brothers, I know from the gentleman who came to me and requested our help. I don't know. Very detailed. It's sad that this is happening. And when they asked me to see if we could help them, I agreed to help, because they probably deserve another chance to start having a normal life. Will they have a normal life? Let's hope so. From our point of view, we as an institution will do everything possible.
They need neural recovery.
This is what we do here. Probably he will recover. I mean, older people than them have recovered. And something unexpected is happening. Christy, the younger brother, is laughing heartily. It's not a small thing for the boy, who for 2 weeks has only kept his head down. It's as if hope is slowly sparking in his eyes.
You will see.
It's hard, but with each difficult step, the brothers keep a slave out of necessity and fight to regain their life, their dignity. For the good you have done or are considering doing, they thank you. Because without you, they would have remained just two crippled boys, whose story would have tragically faded in the small house in their native village, forgotten by the authorities, but saved by you, because good always triumphs.